Hello survivors, welcome to God Forsaken. Today it is a fantastic game that we have found over here. It is a Diablo meets action roguelike slash RPG. There is only one level available in the demo, and since I started playing there are things that have been updated. The demo has actually been updated. So first things to show is there is actually a storehouse now. Previously, just like in the what's the other game that we played, the Tower of Babel, the storehouse or the storage chest or whatever in the Tower of Babel isn't present, which I think they really need to change, but the developers seem like they are hard set on not doing that. So just a quick one, we're using a bow. We actually picked up this really insane legendary helmet, but you know, these things happened randomly. I don't even know how I got them or when I got them. I just landed up getting them. We've got legendary boots, we've got legendary a helmet and a belt, but there's some things that don't make a lot of sense in the game that I hope they do change by the early access, or you know, whenever it gets released, is the evasion rate per. So I don't know why the per is there. They just need to say evasion rating, or even just say evasion plus 5% or cooldown plus 15%, a maximum shield or shield value plus 10%, whatever the case may be. I'm going to go with, I think, the cooldown reduction over here. There are skills that I like to use that don't actually use cooldown reduction, but I think the cooldown reduction does affect your main skill. So we are going to be going for a victory cry over here, but just so we understand all the different skills, we've got commanding cry, which increases our health and armor to ourselves and allies. I don't think the game has any multiplayer just yet, but maybe it's coming, or maybe you get summons as well that are coming into the game, but there's nothing there yet. Whirlwind Cleave is probability, so there's 20% chance when attacking that you will release a melee weapon to sweep around the body and whip up strong winds to destroy the enemy, so it just deals like an AoE attack. And we're going to take the victory cry over here, which is going to increase the damage as well as our attack speed for 5 seconds. So 20% increased damage and attack speed every so often for 5 seconds seems to be pretty good. Now I am going to keep my eyes open for these things over here. We're going to take the I think I'm going to grab ourselves the strength and dexterity. Now, because the barbarian, which is the class that we are playing, is the only playable character right now, every time you level up you are going to gain +1 strength. So you will see me sometimes taking things like increased dexterity only, or even intelligence and luck, and that's because we're going to, you know, innately gain strength every time we level up, so it's not really too much of an issue. Now we can see there is a magnet over here. There are other things in the game besides for the magnet that you can find, so we're going to go and look for those. There we go. These are what we're looking for, these books. These give us like passives on top of our skills, so you'll see once we get to them, they are very, very strong. We get dexterity, critical rate, and critical damage. This is my first time actually seeing this, so this is beautiful. We are definitely taking that because we want the critical hit chance. And if we push C, you can actually see we start off with 10%, and we got another 10% of the critical hit chance. So we're now on 20% critical hit chance, which is awesome. We want to try and get that to as high as possible. Alright, Thunder's Wrath. Summon a huge lightning bolt that continuously tracks enemies. I'm not actually a fan of this one, so we're going to go and increase the war cry's duration by 2 seconds. And that's going to pop in 2 seconds time now as well. So there we go, we just did the war cry. You could see the AoE around our character. You can also see we kind of look like Goku right now trying to go Super Saiyan. There is a dash, but I haven't had to use it just yet. As far as I know or understand, the dash is an R-frame. And then you'll notice on the side, okay, there we go. Projectiles will be fired side by side, +2 projectiles. The damage caused by a skill to poisoned enemies is increased by 30%. We don't poison any enemies. Physical damage of skills is reduced, but skills deal an additional 50% chaos damage. So I haven't played with this. It does say it's melee and physical. We don't have a melee skill, but it could be quite interesting to see how much damage this does. So let's see what happens. I think the fact that we do chaos damage is going to be really good. So it's very much similar to the Path of Exile type games. We've got a cooldown reduction, we got physical damage, or we got HP regen. I'm going to grab myself the HP regen. Anything is better than nothing, and you start off with 0 as far as I know. We can actually check. So if we have a look at all of this, yeah, HP regen, we start off with 1. So getting 1.4 is really, it's 40% more value. Which is quite big. Alright, so we're going to grab the intelligence and the XP gain. So it does tell you everything. If you look at the wording and you're like, oh, what does this do? If you just read it, it improves intelligence, which increases XP acquisition, and skill effects. So we're going to grab that. That's going to help us. Intelligence is really good. And we're going to see if we can find another one of these books. And by the way, the book things that we found, you actually end up getting them later on with beating bosses as well. So now we're getting it to level 2. Before we just got an extra upgrade to it where it lasts longer. But now that the level increases, the boost damage caused is increased. The attack speed is increased. It lasts for the same amount of time, but now it gets a cooldown reduction of 5% as well. So it now has a cooldown of 16 seconds. It lasts for 5 seconds, and we should be seeing it happen more often, which is cool. So here we've got our first little elite fight. We did have our victory call occur, and we're just going to try and there we go, and we get a treasure chest which gives us I'm going to go for the luck over here, get it to over 10 at least. There we go. And here we go. So we get another one. We get brutal. So physical damage by skills is increased by 40%, and the elemental damage is reduced by 80. I don't know if they consider chaos damage elemental in this game or not. So that's quite interesting. There's also a 20% chance of stunning enemies when hit with the skills. So we're actually going to take that. So now we have a chance to stun all of the enemies with our basic attacks. That's if we don't instantly kill them anyway with it. Alright, we don't have to worry about picking up all the XP. The reason for that is because we are going to go pick up that magnet now. And now we get a massive legendary upgrade. We've also got this, which is really nice. Let's see, increase max health and improve strength, making characters. I don't know what that HP underscore per is. So I don't know if it's a 20% increase to HP and then that's just a flat one. But we're going to go with the physical and elemental damage, 25%. That is massive. I mean, it's legendary. You have to take the legendary options. We don't need survivability. We're going to land up losing anyway, regardless of what I take, you know, just because this is gear-based. And I think there are some things that are still bugged in the game. And one of those things that are bugged is actually the torches, which we'll get into. So we got Frost Hammer, we've got a throwing axe. We strive to throw a heavy throwing axe. The axe can ricochet between multiple enemies, causing damage to the enemies and having a chance to bleed. It is a projectile, so and there's a chance to bleed. We're going to grab that. So that's pretty cool. It does bounce as well, so that's going to hit multiple enemies, and that's going to help us. And the reason I take projectiles is actually, you'll see a bit later once we get more of those books and things like that. You'll notice that a skill can only have 3 enhancements, and sometimes you get enhancements that will affect projectile only skills, and if you don't have them, you kind of just got to skip it. We actually get an insane amount of block rating over here. I've never taken block rating because we don't use a shield, but hey, if we're able to get massive legendary options over there, then we might as well take them. It doesn't make sense not to. Alright, let's pick up this magnet now. We get increased critical damage. I can't check my character stats though, but it is rare, so hey, we're just going to pick it up. Probably not the best way to play a game, but who cares? Attack power increased by an additional 20 points. Attack speed increased by 10%. I will grab that, yes. Just trying to buff ourselves up. Attack speed increase, yes. So our basic attack will go faster. Magnet is still under its effect. I'm going to grab the physical and elemental upgrade because I think chaos damage in this game is counted as that. Now we could do things here. The attack hits the target and reduces the target's armor value. Ooh. That is good. Alright, we have our first boss fight, kind of like how Death Must Die works. We're going to go and increase our own armor by 200% over there. But there we go. Actually, we took no damage there, surprisingly. We've got our dodge, and this guy's taking a whack ton of damage, which is fantastic. Now, I am going to take the fire resistance, the frost resistance, lightning, and chaos res, and I'll show you why. It actually has to do with my helmet. And the helmet is the reason we're doing it. Projectiles return to you after being fired, piercing all targets when they return. I like that. Warcry duration is increased by 2 seconds. The thing with the return projectile is we could do throwing axe returns to us. But I'm actually going to make the Warcry last for 2 additional seconds. And now in the top right corner over here, you can see that there is a day and night cycle. Or if you didn't see it, you can see it now. We're going to upgrade the throwing axe. Now, we currently in day. There is a sanity meter over here. And this brings us to a bug that I found in the game currently, which I'm going to assume using the bystander effect that someone else has done this. And I don't have to worry about it, because that's how the bystander effect works. I assume that everyone else is doing their bug reports and I don't have to. We're literally being a bystander here. But what happens is in your inventory, there's this over here called the torch. Now the torch burns for 5 minutes. So you got 5 minutes of time of using it. And what happens is at nighttime, you lose vision. Or at least you don't really, but you kind of do. You'll see the screen goes more black. The torch illuminates the area. Now the problem is you can get different types of torches that do different things with their torch attacks. Now the illuminated range is different between the different torches. I don't have any after this. Maybe at the end of the round we'll see. But as you can see now, because it is nighttime, our sanity is dropping. And as your sanity gets lower and lower, you get different enemies that spawn. You get harder, you start missing because your accuracy decreases, and things like that start to occur. I really want this, but I'm going to go with... Actually, I'll take it. Now, what happens is if I grab the torch, as you can see, our sanity starts to go up, but we also attack with the torch instead of our bow and arrow. And what's going to happen is as you get lower, you can see stable conditions, influence. Yeah, maybe they need to change the way that they've done the writing over there, but it says stable conditions, everything is normal. As it goes down, again, you're going to get more enemies are going to start appearing. You're going to get harder enemies. You're going to get harder to hit the enemies. You'll start seeing misses on the screen because your accuracy drops. And so on and so forth. So it is I think it's like a 5-minute timer on the night time, but there is a problem where even if you have a torch, some of the torches for some reason are not increasing your sanity when you use them. So yes, they may have additional effects, but I don't know if it's bugged or if that's just the way that the torch is meant to happen, because there isn't any wording on the torch that says, oh, this is what's going to happen, or this is what's going to happen over there. But unfortunately, the way that it works is that the torch is supposed to increase your sanity when you use it, and some torches aren't working that way. So, just for the time being, or until I see it fixed in like a patch occurring or whatever the case may be, I'm sticking with the base torch, and we'll look at some of the other ones and why I don't understand it in the future. But let's go and drop our torch so that we can just basic attack all these enemies and deal with them, or start to deal with them a little bit more, because as you can see, there are a lot of them. Okay, I haven't managed to pick up the skill that I really enjoy using, but we got throwing axes, but that's okay. Come on, game, give me something good. Alright, so our sanity has dropped to 84%. You can see that we are wide awake. That's fine. The character is hit rate is slightly reduced. So you can already see it's told us now our hit rate is slightly reduced. So we need to now start to pick up our sanity again. and get our hit rate up again. So we got to get to about 90%. We do get a elite fight over here at the perfect time. You know, obviously when I'm trying to grow my sanity, we get an elite fight, and they're going to get surrounded by all these skeletons, which are shielded as well, which causes us grief. Well, only the shielded ones do, but let's just do our best to get rid of them. So the reason I think dodging has iframes, as you could see there, we dodged the enemies that run straight through us, and we didn't take any damage from them. Alright, accuracy, we're going to grab that. So even though our hit rate might be lowered now, we do gain increased accuracy, so hopefully we are able to still do damage to them. There's a brand new enemy because our sanity is dropping, so we need to just deal with them and try and increase our sanity so we don't get more of them appearing. But we'll see. Our sanity is quite low right now. Okay, we're going to go rotating axe ejection +1. I have no idea what that means, but we're going to grab one. I would have liked a level up though instead of that, because now we are actually in a very bad spot. We are in a very bad spot because we can't even hit this enemy. Okay, we get critical damage, we get intelligence, we get shield regen. I'm actually going to refresh that. I'm so happy we did. We actually get +8 to dexterity. That's just going to help us with our attack speed. I need our sanity to go up even more. We do have the next boss fight, so we're going to have to just wait with the sanity. This is not looking good, because this guy is quite a difficult boss fight as it is on his own. So the fact now that we've got these eyes over here, we've got the boss fight, we've got no HP, and we've got the elite with us. Ooh, we do get a +20 strength over there, so I will take that with pleasure. I guess as long as we keep moving, we should be fine. I say that as we get completely surrounded by a bunch of enemies. And nope, we are not fine over there. Alright, so that didn't work out exactly how we wanted it to, but that's alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change my weapon. I do like the bow quite a lot, but I do want to show you guys something else. Firstly, we did not level up, so that's a bit unfortunate. But we're going to go through with a second game mode, I guess, go through there. Like I mentioned, we do have a storehouse now. Let's just go over the uniques I found. So I found this legendary belt, which gives us strength, agility, HP, and we deal more damage to elites and bosses. And then I found these boots. Listen, I have no idea how I got them. I guess from beating bosses, I just got really lucky and found them. And then this one was from beating the third boss, I think it was. So like at 15 minutes or so, there was a boss. Our first epic I got from gambling. So if we speak to this merchant, which I'll show you now, I just want to get rid of this stuff because I'm not going to use any of these. No, we want physical damage. So here's different torches. These ones are all the same, but here's another one. You can see the illumination range says 20. It says can wave the torch to attack enemies with a small chance of freezing them. It says illuminate the surrounding area, adds chill effect to the surrounding enemies. Now, these ones say common in campsites illuminates the surrounding environment. It doesn't say that this one increases your sanity and this one doesn't. The only difference is the illumination range between the two. And for some reason, when your illumination range is not 100% or 100, you do not get sanity back. So I don't know why that's like that, or if it's intentional or what the case may be. But for, in case, for what we want them for, it's not working any other way. I'm going to go and grab these gloves, not because they are much better than what we have, but they do increase our luck, and they do give us some more armor. Now, there is a gamble over here, as you can see, and for 600 gold, you can gamble, or some items are 500 gold. I gambled one item. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh, there's a gamble, let's go. And I got the ashen bow over here, which we've been using. but my one run I did pick up the tooth sickle as well as the dusk blade and the bulwark shield. This could be quite interesting to use together, but I'm going to show you guys this over here. I just love the fact that they upgraded that, but this is a ranged weapon as well, and we're going to see just how well it performs. I did like using this a couple of times. The first time I decided to try and make a video, we actually used this, but then the game crashed. So I actually ended up getting really far. And I don't know what happened, but the game decided, nope, broken. You are not allowed to show everyone this kind of stuff. And they it kind of actually broke the game, crashed it completely. So seems to be going a lot better this time. And let's see, so I'm actually not what I'm looking for, but still works really well. So this has a cooldown time of 6 seconds. It damages enemies and stuns them. It does always apply stun, so it could be quite good to use, but Fire Slash is just so strong. It is another probability one, although we haven't seen a probability one just yet. We do get 4-dimensional power over here, so +4 to all stats, which is fantastic. And I wanted to see what that one arrow was, and it was just life, which we don't need right now, but we might need in the future. I need stuff on cooldown. We get frost, fire, lightning, and chaos damage, or we get the luck and XP gain. We're going to go with that. I think attack speed might be very good here, because right now it is super slow. Okay, we finally got the fire. Oh, there we go. We got Blade Storm. I'm taking it. I don't even care about the fire upgrade now. So there we go. We got something to go around us. It is on a timer as well, so it's a 10-second cooldown. That's awesome. We're going to grab the HP increase. You can see how much HP we've got down at the bottom over there. It's 244 now. And a Fire Slash will every so often happen to deal damage. Oh, even more luck. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are having a really lucky run, I guess, is one way of putting it. But we'll see just how well this helps us. What we do need is for Blade Storm to get stronger. I'm going to take the victory cry again, just so we do have a war cry. We've got 2 skills now to do damage, which is already better than last wave. Or last round. We get the... Oh, I really want the XP gain though, because it's nice and early. So I think getting the XP gain is much better. But the attack speed would have been really good as well. Oh, right. We can go for a cooldown reduction this time as well now. Shield regeneration. Increase the shield recovery speed and enhance the shield recovery ability. Or we go physical damage. Increase the output of each attack. I'm going to go for defenses this time. Maybe that's my problem, is I don't take enough defenses, and that's why we can't win. So grabbing more shields could be very good. And here is the first elite fight. Yeah, I think our damage is actually okay. So we have more than enough damage. Blade trap, no. We do get frost blade though. So I am going to take it. It's another probability skill. Maybe it's not good to take it. But it counts as a projectile. Oh, but that counts as a projectile too. No, we're not going to do frost blade this time. I want to go for a skill that you... I'll go with the hammer skill. Okay, the elemental damage of skills is increased by 30%. When the skill stuns an enemy, it triggers a shockwave. That would have been really cool if we had the damage. And then this just deals physical damage. So we're going to grab brutal, and we're going to... Oh, actually, we can add it to Blade Storm. 3 to 6, 10 to 15... This always, oh man, killing them has a chance of dropping extra. Yeah, okay, we'll put it on there. Because killing enemies with the Scythe has a chance of them increasing their, what does this do? Shield recovery and elemental damage. Okay, let's go with melee skill range. So when you attack enemies with the Scythe, there's a chance for them dropping more XP, which is perfect. We'll go for critical damage because I think we're going to land up getting a lot of crits this round. Just something inside of me. Something is telling me, Broken, you're going to get crit. Okay, we get an increase in the number of blades. We're going to go with that first because that's going to be our main DPS this game. So getting an extra blade is literally 33% more damage. Well, actually probably a bit more. But there we go, increase our damage. I'm just going to take the highest rarity upgrades and see what happens. Probably the worst way to play a game, but who cares? It's about having fun and messing around anyway for me more than winning. You got to enjoy a game to play it often. And if you don't enjoy playing it, then you're not going to have a fun time playing it. Alright, so we're going to grab strength, dexterity, intelligence, and the luck upgrade over there. So you can see it says 21. Next time we level up, it should say 24. And that's how you know that it was working. Just in case you were wondering about that. Don't think we need the magnet yet, but we'll just keep it just before we fight the boss. I can go for blades when we crit. No, we're going to add bleeding to it rather. So there it said we can either launch a new blade every time we crit. The problem is that our crit is sitting at 10% only, so it's not going to work very well. Also, it does look like attack speed does an amazing thing, so I need to start focusing on attack speed as well, so we can get that up. Melee attack speed, you can see the intelligence did go up from 21. We've got shield regeneration, melee skill range, or physical attack damage. We're going to go with the attack damage. And I'm just sitting around the magnet because I wanted to pick it up now. As we fight this boss, we get increased luck. I mean, that's a massive amount of luck increase. And you can see, I think we actually dealt so much more damage to that guy than we've done before. Now we get far enough marks are left on the ground, causing physical damage and fire damage to enemies in the path every 2 seconds. Enemies killed by fire slash will produce a small scale fire explosion. Or we can get Thor's hammer, where we summon a thunder hammer to fall from the sky, causing lightning damage in the area. This is not what we want from anything. We're going to go and grab this. It increases the attack power and attack speed. That's fine. A bit unlucky with these. Skill hits reduce fire resistance, so we could go with that. Or we could increase a chance of stunning an enemy when the skill hits. I'm going to go with flame penetration. I mean, our options there were quite limited, but they were options. And the fact that we now have Blade Storm, we can make sure our sanity stays up. We just need to get its reduction kind of increased. So the skill reduction needs to be lowered. Skill cooldown, not skill reduction. My apologies. Critical hit rate is 18%. Hopefully we can get more critical strike chance increases. But I don't know if you guys have noticed the difference in the skills, you know, using not necessarily the weapon. Oh my gosh, that is so good. 1.5. So we should be on 2.5 HP regen now. Yep. Oh my goodness, that is just amazing. Luck makes a big difference in this game. Luck makes a big difference in every game. It's like having increased quantity in other games. Blade duration is increased. The blades add an additional 50% of the base attack power as chaos damage and have a 25% chance of inflicting poison. Okay, I'll take that. Press Q, keep our sanity up as high as possible in the beginning. And we're just going to run like that. We need to just make sure that our torch doesn't get wasted. So we're at 99%. We'll, as soon as it hits 90, sanity will decrease it again. I mean, we'll drop the torch again. So we just got to watch our sanity. We don't want it to go too low. because we don't want those flying laser eyeballs that you saw last round. You actually don't get them unless your sanity drops below 80, I believe it is, or 85. So as long as we keep our sanity up, we should be good. So there we go, we're on 90 sanity. Let's go and use our torch, get ourselves back up. Oof, man, but I've got to take it. I have to take the luck, ladies and gentlemen. There's no other thing to take over there. If you're not taking luck, then I don't know. Okay, we are doing extra damage with our blade storm, which is great. It still doesn't do a lot of damage to those guys, but that's okay. We've got frost hammer, which is not what I'm looking for. This levels up the damage, attack speed, and the amount it lasts for. That is good. Okay, that was great. I'm happy to take that. Okay, we're on 96%. I'm sure we can drop it now. I want to try and get rid of these guys as much as possible because they were the ones that caused us issues. We do get the legendary XP upgrade, which is great. And just got to watch our sanity. Yeah, I did see poison proc on one of the enemies over there. The torch does ignite enemies as well. That's why you can see them on fire and you see the orange text sometimes. That is for them. And I think that is the sign that that elite has spawned. I don't want to pick up that HP though accidentally, because we don't need it. We're going to grab... See, strength gives us physical damage. Let's check something, right? We got 60% right now. So we're on 94. If we go and increase it, our strength is now at 100. And strength, physical damage got increased by 100% from 60%. So that's a bit weird. That was a much higher increase. I don't know, we'll see next time we level up if that is actually the increase or not. But here is this guy. We should be able to deal with him a lot faster this time because we're not surrounded by enemies. He actually has a debuff that I've never seen before. But so there we go, dealt with him 100 times quicker. We can actually increase this. The range is increased. All of the stats are increased except for the lasting. This says physical damage by 60% and everything's still 60%, so that's unfortunate. I'm not 100% sure. Skills have a chance to cause burning. Burn damage is increased. Elemental damage of skills is increased. Melee attacks that have a chance to hit enemies have a 25% chance to generate a tornado. So this is melee. We can have a chance to generate a tornado. Why not? Sounds like it could be fun. What I do need though is more... Actually, we'll keep our sanity trying to go up here. We are going to have the boss fight spawn very soon. And hopefully we can deal with him this time. Okay, accuracy and our crit rates. I do really want this. But this is going to be fantastic because that increases our critical hit rate by 20%. So we're now on 38% critical hit chance, which is awesome. That is actually pretty decent. I can see far more crits now. And we are 95%. Oh my gosh, the amount of luck we are getting right now, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely insane. Okay, we got a campfire which increased our health, or gave us 5% health. So every so often, and I've seen them before, there's sometimes going to be treasure chests, there's sometimes going to be things that you can pick up or click on that are going to help you. We're going to grab the war cry increase by 2 seconds, that's perfect. And we are doing a fantastic job right now. Okay, our sanity is full, so we can drop the torch. I did see health. I just want to be around it when the boss spawns, if possible. Yeah, perfect. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a lucky run if we ever have one. Absolutely disgusting. Alright, so here's the boss fight. Just stay away from that first attack of his. Melee skill range can be increased, sure. We'll stand behind you while you do that attack. Oops, actually, I need the healing right now. Alright, there we go. We actually get a unique over here as well, which is really, really cool. We're going to increase the level of victory car. As far as I know, the max level of a skill is level 10. I could be wrong. Skills fire 2 additional projectiles. Yes, please. There's no negative to that. So now we've got 5 of them going around us. Our backpack is full. We've picked up another helmet over here, which is what we already had. The Elemental Burning Soul. It looks like it's a different helmet. Stat-wise, it gives us more strength. It says push alt, but it's not allowing me to push alt. So the all elemental resistance reduced is between 40 and 50. This one's on 43. The damage is between, I think, 30 and 40. So we've got like 35, 36, 36. We've got 32, 35, 38. And then this one has more strength, while this one has more agility and so on and so forth. So we'll keep it just in case. There's a whole bunch of other things. We actually got this tethered pendant, which gives us critical hit rate. So that's pretty good as well. There's chaos damage, elemental damage. There's rings over here, more pendants. There's a ring. The rings give you refreshes, as you can see. It rolls between 1 and 1, I think. And then a whole bunch of other stuff that we're just going to sell. So it is what it is. I opened up for the space. I completely forgot. But whatever. Alright. Critical hit rate. Yes, please. I can't pick up the sword yet. I mean the cleave. Something is... I don't know why it's flashing. But we've gone to daylight now, so I no longer need the torch. And that's it. So you just got to survive for that long. We've still got 44% usage on our torch. We managed to survive. There is going to be another couple of boss fights, which are going to be quite interesting. I'm going to grab the intelligence. And you can see there is an arrow in the right hand side over here that we're going to run to try and get whatever it is that the game wants to give us over there. We also have quite a lot of pickup range now. So as soon as we defeat an enemy, we land up picking up that XP. Ooh, that was good. Blade Storm. Blade duration is increased by 1 second. Increase some of the damage that it deals as well. Oh my, that's a lot of damage. Okay, we do get a well over here, which is pretty much healing, as you can see. Well, you can't see, but it is. And we made it halfway this time, ladies and gentlemen. That's awesome. Okay, the timer says 8.5 more minutes. We're going to go... See, I don't know what the difference is. I don't know what the difference is. Okay, let's go with flat and let's see if it allows us. Let's open up here. So this is your physical damage by your character will be increased by X amount. And then where is the other physical? It doesn't even show you. This is your dot damage, which we don't have anything. It must be if you go for flat damage. Okay, so our minimum damage is 23, max is 42. Next time we pick up a flat physical damage increase, just want to go there and see if it is an increase or not. Oosh, that was a lot of damage. Okay, don't do that again. Where's the well? Oh, it's right here. Okay, we get dexterity, which we'll pick up. Okay, we restored 20% HP. The only thing I have is sometimes when you push a key, it doesn't work. So like there, I was spamming the E button to get that well done and dusted so that I could heal. But for some reason, even though I was spamming the button, it didn't want to work. Okay, increase HP, increase armor during the war cry. I'm going to refresh this. I don't actually care about the skill. The skill cooldown over here is reduced by 10% when it levels up. That's fine. I don't need the garb. I don't have space for garb, so I can't even pick it up. Can't pick up the hatchet. Can't pick up the mace. I can pick up the circlet though. Okay, we need to keep exploring. That's HP regen. I'm going to go with the HP regen though. I think it's going to be quite good to have some form of a defense over here. Especially when we'll end up taking damage. We do have another elite over here that we need to deal with. And dealing with him was pretty easy. Cool. What do you give me? Okay, cooldown reduction. Bleeding, burning, and poisoning effects are increased. Projectiles return to you after being fired. I don't actually have any projectiles. Skills, hits reduce that. I think we're going to have to go with this. Bleeding, burning, and poisoning. We're going to put it on this because there's a 25% chance that we can bleed and poison enemies. It's also our best skill damage-wise besides for our auto attack. So that's just going to help us increase the amount of bleeding and poisoning and things we're going to be doing. I think I need more attack speed though. We did get a nice cooldown reduction. It looks like we've hit the edge of the map as well, unfortunately. Or maybe not. No, it looks like we have. Okay, when the blade hits an enemy, there's a 25% chance to launch a blade projectile at the enemy. Penetrating 2 projectiles and causing damage to enemies. We do get the frost blade as well, which I am going to... Oh, hello. After using the dash, a burst of frost is released. I have never seen this before. But I'm actually going to grab... Oh man, wait, I'm going to grab that. It doesn't count as a skill, it's just an upgrade. That is so cool. I have not seen that for the amount of hours I've played the game. Not that I've played many hours, but I have played a fair amount of rounds right now. So far. And that's my first time seeing that. I think we get another boss fight. Oh yeah, there is still a boss fight. This is also quite a hectic boss fight, and he can one-shot us. Let's deal with these guys first. Projectile skill range. No, we're going to grab the armor. So that we take less physical damage. Although I think this boss is chaos damage. I think all the bosses are actually chaos damage. Now that I think about it. The actual bosses, not the elites. I don't see any arrows around us, so that's a bit of a problem as well. So we don't have anything to help us. So here's the physical damage. Finally, we got to increase it. I don't even remember what our base damage stats were. Man, why the game do me dirty like that? It was 23 always and 42. So I actually don't know what that increases because it doesn't... Oh wait, there's more stats here. Huh. Let's see. So that's all summon stuff. This is all special stuff. I don't see anything for the physical damage. That's a problem. I don't actually know what it increases. You can let me know down in the comments section if you guys know if you've been playing the game. Alright, we do get a healing over here, so we're going to go and grab that for now. I don't know, this day cycle feels like it's been going on for a lot longer than it should be. Not that I'm complaining about that. When the weapon blade hits an enemy, there's a chance for it to shoot another projectile. I'm sure we picked that up already. I did not make it to the laugh. Okay, stay away from those. We can go for cooldown reduction. Nope, I couldn't defeat him. it's because of the ranged enemy. This helmet, maybe I need to take it off, but we lasted a whole lot longer. We did level up. Let's go take a look at our talents while we add it, and that will be that for today. I'll quickly show you the talents while we add it. So if we go over here to the talent station, our first talent is that our critical hits have a chance of entering a berserk state. We then have increased critical hit damage, increased critical chance. We've got, for every 1 health lost, we can gain attack speed. That could be what we're going to go for next. Attack speed is increased by 20% effective in combat scenarios. We could just grab that instead first. Increased to 10% to critical hit. Gain 30% damage reduction while in berserk mode. That could be very good as well. Normal attack critical hits have a 10% chance to reset a cooldown. Very, very good. And there's a whole bunch of different ones for the barbarian. As you play more, you level up more. I'm going to go with the attack speed first. We've got the crit damage, crit chance, and attack speed now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.